Dury. Hello, Kai. How are you doing today?
I'm doing so fantastic. It's amazing to meet you today.
Great. It's nice to meet you too. During this mock interview, we will focus on instructional practices, classroom management, and professional development learned in educational psychology. But first, could you just simply introduce yourself?
Yes, I can. My name's Kai, Stephen Kai Brown. I just barely graduated from UVU School of Education. Whoop whoop. So excited about that. Love my career at UVU. A little bit about myself. I'm very adventurous and love being outdoors, being creative, hands-on. I'm a visual learner, so I can recognize different learning strategies that students use. I deal with ADHD, so I can recognize some difficulties that students will have in the classroom and connect with them on that. And I'm excited to be a teacher.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so the first question we're going to ask you today is, how do you incorporate learning theories into your teaching practices, and can you provide an example of how a specific theory has informed your instruction?
Yes, absolutely. I think it's so important to use learning theories that have been researched in your classroom. They can support your class and your students in many ways. Bandura's social cognitive theory has multiple aspects to it. One of those aspects is self-efficacy. I believe that self-efficacy is extremely important. It's not just confidence, but it's a belief in one's skill, their ability to complete a specific task. It can be very particular to a specific subject or learning objective. And self-efficacy is actually a great determinator of behavior, relationships in sports, academics, and you can see the outcome of students based on their self-efficacy, belief in themselves.
Awesome. I love that. So our next question is, what strategies do you use to engage students who are reluctant to participate or seem disengaged?
Yeah, that's a huge issue for sure, and you'll deal with that, probably every day. Engaging your students starts when they enter the classroom. You should have a smile on your face. You present the attitude, the feeling that the class is going to have. What you put out is what you're going to get from the students, preferably. Which question did you give me?
The engaging one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Making class interesting, understanding your students' backgrounds and what their interests are is going to greatly help this, because if you can bring in their personal life into the classroom, they're going to be much more engaged, they're going to be on top of it, and they're going to be better learners if you take the time to invest in them, invest in their personalities, and get to understand them better.
Awesome. And then how do you assess student learning and adjust your instruction based on assessment data?
So assessments can be happening 24/7. From the moment they walk in, you're assessing them, you're assessing their physical health, you're assessing how their emotional status. Like, you can tell from their face. Right once they walk in, you're going to understand, are they ready to jump in and start learning? If not, we can do some things to correct that. Assessments can be formal and informal, and you should be using those formal assessments throughout the day. Informal assessments, I mean. Then your formal assessments, you should use a varied approach, not just using the same exact assessments every day, or even for the same subject. You should be changing those assessments to continue your students' engagement and to get the most accurate data, because if a student's not engaged and they're just bored, probably going to do a lot worse on their scores. So again, understanding your students and coming up with assessments that you believe will best fit them, and then using that data to incorporate into your future teaching practice.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Kai, you did such a great job. Thank you so much for your time. It's very clear that you care about your future students and care about being a teacher. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Grace. I hope I can work at the school someday.
Thank you.